Have you ever had deja vu? Me either. But have you ever had deja vu? The sense that new experiences can seem remarkably familiar is a unique sensation and a fantastic sandbox for time paradox stories. When done well, they are a treat. My name is Thaddeus Fenton. Let's dig into this little slice of cake and chat about Happy Death Day, again, for the first time on ReviewCandy. Happy Death Day is unapologetically Groundhog Day, but with Mean Girl and murder. The movie puts its own spin on the familiar concept and is fetch horror comedy gold. Jessica Rothe stars as Tree, a modern sorority girl who's trapped in some kind of Promethean hell, destined to relive the day of her own murder as she attempts to discover her killer. Walking out of the theater, I realized either I'm a sucker for these kind of movies or there's something to be said for the level of skill being flexed by directors who can handle this kind of narrative structure. Guys like Harold Ramis, Rian Johnson, Duncan Jones, Shane Carruth, Doug Liman, Steven Spielberg, and the pattern continues. I am now officially a fan of writer-director Christopher Landon. Maybe you will be too. Also, bonus points to Landon for sticking with a project that took him 10 years to get off the ground. This is a film made by people who love movies, which makes sense since Landon is the youngest child of bona fide TV legend Michael Landon. For all my cinephile friends out there, the screen is bursting with pop culture references. Everything from They Live to Logan to 16 Candles. Landon even mentioned in an interview how he was inspired by the volume of nuance Roman Polanski was able to pack into Rosemary's Baby, ultimately creating a film where there was something new to discover upon each viewing. So Landon did the same. There are more Easter eggs in this film than a hen house on Christmas. What does that even mean? It's a film that's easy to enjoy at face value, but the Tootsie Roll center of this lollipop is that it is the most clever send-up of the slasher genre I've seen since Scream. And there is so much more going on in this movie than you would expect at face value. Even the slasher tropes are, like a good Halloween costume, used to disguise its true nature and a plethora of subtext. Girl named Tree is cut down in her prime? No. Bracelet received from dead mom acts as a subconscious connection to family? Symbolism. Sorority sisters have a conversation about contraception and safe sex? That's just good advice, yo. Camp and comedy mask a touching parable about coping with loss. Wipe away the clown makeup and you will reveal a sincere metaphor about handling grief, how it can drive our more destructive tendencies, or we can channel it to more productive ends by embracing our pain honestly. The heart of this film was a cathartic gut punch, one that was unexpectedly helpful as I've recently been dealing with the loss of some of my own loved ones. I was genuinely moved, and the movie skillfully evoked every major emotion from my system. I oversalted my popcorn with tears of sympathy and laughter. Does the movie have flaws? Sure. Do they matter? Not really. Seriously, there are so many different reasons to appreciate this film, I've barely had time to scratch the surface. It was a joy. Happy Death Day is a solid example of why we should go to the movies. It's a movie that deserves to be seen. 16 out of 5 gummy bears. I hope you buy a ticket and jump on this carousel of good time movie fun. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time on ReviewCandy.